Shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. It's the brother Isaiah with the Pittsburgh GMS camp. Coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachaha Kwadash, Lord willing. This is an edifying lesson. I wanted to say, all right, be ye circumspect, okay, in the times we're living in. And there are many things that are happening, you know. We're at the brink of World War III. You know, the MOTB has to come. Jacob's trouble, you know, things are happening. But I couldn't help but to highlight this video, you know, because it's just why. You know, the question that comes to mind is, why would you do this? All right, I'm going to just hit play on this video.
Listen, you got some nuts, man.
Check this out. Dude's got bed and bug and flea killer bug spray. Watch what this nigga does. And like I said, the question is, why would you do this? He's spraying the produce. Why would you fucking do this? He's spraying the rotisserie chicken. What's wrong with this nigga?
Hey, man.
I don't know what the guy's response is to this, you know, but I just had to kind of highlight that. I figured I'd just do a quick lesson on this, you know, considering that's just crazy, right? You know, but, you know, as I used to do a lot of kind of reporting on these things, you know, and I'll try to keep this short and simple because there's a lot, you know, there's things we could go into and ways we could take it, and ultimately I'll go through the spirit, but, you know. 2 Timothy 3 verse 1 says, "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves." Okay, and this guy, obviously, he doesn't care about anybody but his own self. He knows that he knows what's on the food, and he's not, like, you got to understand something. You know, that's not hurting anybody but the other customers. You know, I mean, and then you got it on video. I mean, shit, bro. You're incriminating yourself with just being a demon. And like I said, it's on video. So, I mean, yeah, but that's not gonna, you know, there's no way the lawsuit, if people sue, it's not gonna affect Walmart. It's gonna affect you. Now, I instinctively avoid Walmart. You know, that's just something. I don't shop at Walmart. But this, you know, this is not a Walmart only scenario. This is a last day scenario. And Salaki, I'm going to pause for a second here. You know, going back to the scripture, okay? It says, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedience to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection." So you have unnatural affections. But, you know, the natural way of looking at things is what? You know, there was a period in time where we were taught courteousness and, you know, care for others. Which is going to lead me to another scripture. It's a lucky. I ain't been up that long, so I'm still kind of clearing my throat and such. But let's get the classic. Matthew 24:12 says that because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay, and so that's the times that we're in. Okay, iniquity, which is sin upon sin, is abounding. Okay, and the love of many, the love of that man wax cold. You know, you're gonna see, and the thing is, he wasn't like he was spraying, like, he's spraying the produce, the shit that niggas is going to be healthy with. He's putting more pesticides. Because let's face it, there's already pesticides on the shit, right? You know, there's very few organic options at a Walmart. So you already got to deal with what, you know, the farms put on the shit. But then you got this nigga spraying down roach spray, which it ain't roach spray, but you get what I'm saying, man. All that shit's not made for human consumption, man. Okay? Truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent. Yeah, this word incontinent means you have a lack of control. You know, I like to go into this. Fierce, despisers of those that are good. And there's a lot more on there. But let's just briefly highlight this word incontinent. Just to prove all things. Wanting self-restraint. So you know how it says you be left wanting, meaning that you be left desiring. There's something left to be desired. Directly from Latin, incontinentem, nominative incontinence, immoderate, intemperate, not holding back. So that's what that word incontinent means. Okay, incontinency shall rise. Okay, it means, now it says originally chiefly of sexual appetites, unable to retain, is from the medical sense of unable to see, but still, you know, of course it talks about, you know, from the 1640s about bowels. Okay, but he was incontinent, and with fleshly lusts he consumed all his time. Okay, so that's one aspect, but incontinency just simply means lacking self-restraint. Okay, which like I said, it does refer also to the sexual sense. But let's get this right. I think this is what it says. Let's see. Second Edges 5. And yeah, and 10. Well, we'll start at verse 9. And yeah, and salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit, meaning understanding, meaning this truth, or what it says, and understanding, withdraw itself into his secret chamber, and shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied Salakia, on the earth. One land shall, so you know, that incontinency, that lack of Salakia, self-restraint, okay, is going to be multiplied on the earth. One land shall ask another and say, is righteousness that maketh a man righteous gone through thee? And it shall say no. Okay, so the truth is not going to be found. Okay, and people are going to be doing worse than what he's doing, which honestly, you know, in that day, oh boy, Salakia again. In that day, he's going to be I don't know why all of a sudden I'm sneezing. Some dust must have got in my nose. Okay, he's gonna be trying to snatch that food up. Give me a second to clear out a little bit more. Yeah, he gonna be grabbing that food instead of spraying bug spray on it. Okay, because the scriptures say, all right. Second Edges 15 and 19 says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So, you know, in that day, that food won't be going to waste. That wicked ass nigga will be, you know, and bug spray or not, people will be gathering it up and rinsing it in water to try to still consume it because, you know, rinsing it in whatever they can rinse it in to get the shit off of it. Because there's going to be a lack of bread, okay? You know, in certain places. Certain places will have access, and certain will not. Now, 1 second, I don't want to be snorting on camera, so give me a second. All right, so, you know, like I said, that was just two interesting for me to not highlight and show. Okay, this guy here is literally taking his, you know, and I'm like more light skinned than he is, but he's taking his high yellow ass and fucking with this pink bandana. What the fuck is up with you, dude? And spraying fucking you. What type of demon you gotta be to go to the vegetables? You see what I'm saying? The lemons and the this nigga. Maybe he had to be paid by you know, fucking weird ass. Who wears a fucking pink bandana anyway? I thought only girls wore those. Anyway, you know, this nigga and green apples and lemons are some of the most lymphatically moving fruits. You know, so not only he's destroying some of the healthier fruits out there. Okay, and the lymphatic system is very important because it helps to move toxins, if I'm not mistaken, right? So you need things like that to, you know, help you continue to be healthy. And here it is, this nigga spraying bug spray on. Imagine you went to juice that stuff, okay? And some of those things form protective barriers that are not easy to wash off. You know, not to say that I know exactly what's in that shit, but you know, it's just one less. It's just one more thing that you got to be careful of here in Babylon the Great. And this is why we need salvation, man. And niggas like this, mother, look at this look on this nigga's face. The Lord got to destroy 2/3 of the house of Israel. All right, and we're looking at a prime candidate for the missiles. The missile got to come burn this nigga. What type of nigga are you, man? You know, you fucking ruining the food for the kids and the people out there, man. Okay, and then you got people like you love the 2/3. These niggas need to be purged, man. Okay, what's up with this dumbass? This better be a fucking prank. But how is it a prank? You know, you gonna fake him holding? He's showing you himself spraying it. He's showing the bottle. It ain't like you can refill those cans. You see the spray coming out of it. You hear it coming out. He's spraying the fucking bag of the chicken. Then you pick it up, now you got bug spray on your hand.
Hey, man.
What's up with this nigga, man?
Man, I don't care how young you are, whatever, bro. Some things are just common sense.
That's stupid, bro. That's stupid. So anyway, that's it, man. I'm tired of cussing this nigga out, man. Call all Yabashim Shabbat Shem Kakadash. Double honors the Apostle Elder Great Millstone. Peace to the elect. The Lord's gonna fucking destroy 2/3 of the house of Israel. And this is why. Excuse my French, but surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Okay? And it's not a sin to use harsh language. No, shalom, man. Shalom.